Today, I'm diving into forgotten and short lived TV shows from 1977. And my only rule is that these shows had to premiere in 1977. So let's get to my list. Nashville 99 followed Detective Lieutenant Stony Huff, a tough old school cop who also manages a 200-acre farm outside of Nashville. Known for his fair play and practical approach to fighting crime, his partner, Detective Trace Main, played by Jerry Reed, dreamed of becoming a country music star. And he would pitch songs to the celebrity entertainers he encountered on the job. Guest stars on the show included country music legends Charlie Pride, Johnny Paycheck, Mel Tillis, and Tammy Wynette. And despite being on location in Nashville and featuring some great guest appearances, the series was canceled after only 4 episodes. But Jerry Reed wouldn't have to mourn long, because just a month later, on May 27th, Smokey and the Bandit, in which Jerry co starred alongside Burt Reynolds, was released and became one of the biggest hits of 1977. Nashville 99 aired on CBS on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern.
There's one thing that Pete would just as soon eat every day of his life. He really goes for those noodles, so I give him the Campbell Life.
Three Girls 3 had a unique format for its time. The show starred then unknown performers Debbie Allen, Ellen Foley, and Mimi Kennedy as three aspiring singers who managed to land their own variety show. The series cleverly alternated between a backstage sitcom where the three actresses shared an apartment and a variety show where they would perform in front of a live studio audience. NBC aired a 1 hour pilot on March 30th, 1977, and then followed it up with three additional episodes. Critic John J. O'Connor of the New York Times called the show easily the freshest, liveliest, and most exciting premiere of a series that television has concocted in years. However, other critics weren't so kind, calling the show confusing and amateurish. And despite the talented cast, the show was canceled. The Fantastic Journey followed a family and their companions who embark on a scientific expedition in the Caribbean, only to be shipwrecked on a mysterious island after encountering a glowing green cloud in the Bermuda Triangle. On the island, they meet a healer from 2230 who reveals that this strange place is a space time continuum where people from different eras and worlds are trapped in separate time zones. As they navigate these zones, encountering others who are also stranded, they face various challenges. And while the pilot hinted at a historical exploration theme, the series quickly took on a more futuristic direction. Network pressure and production changes led to the introduction of new characters and the departure of others. DC Fontana, who was best known for her work on the original Star Trek, contributed to the show's writing. And she later recalled that once the series was greenlit, she and the producers had very little time to develop and produce the episodes before filming began. The show was canceled after 10 episodes. The Fantastic Journey aired on NBC on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, which was a tricky time slot because it was competing against Welcome Back Kotter and the Waltons. The TV show Tabitha had an interesting start. A pilot starring Liberty Williams in the lead role was filmed, but this pilot didn't sell. A second pilot starring Lisa Hartman was shot, and ABC picked up the series. The show centered around a grown up Tabitha Stevens, the charming little girl from Bewitched, but it had a noticeable timeline inconsistency. Though Tabitha was born on Bewitched in the mid 1960s, she was portrayed as a recent college graduate only about a decade later in Tabitha. Adam is Tabitha's older brother, though in Bewitched, he is Tabitha's younger brother. And Adam, like his father Darren, disapproves of Tabitha using witchcraft. But their Aunt Minerva, a meddlesome yet well meaning busybody, actively encourages Tabitha to embrace her magic. Paul Thurston, played by Robert Urich, is a self absorbed host of The Paul Thurston Show, a program on the fictional TV station where Tabitha works as a production assistant. The series only lasted for 11 episodes. The show aired on ABC on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, competing with the popular Bob Newhart show and The Bionic Woman.
Check her out for the secret mission. Bionic system's okay. Gotta get going fast. It's out of control. The brakes won't work. Stop it with your bionic leg. Wow, close call.
Busting Loose stars Adam Arkin as Lenny Markowitz, a 24-year-old engineering graduate who settles into a low-rent, run-down apartment building in New York City after moving out of his parents' home. Struggling to find work in his field, he takes a job at Wearwell Shoe Store, where he befriends his coworker, Raymond St. Williams, played by Ralph Wilcox. Lenny's childhood friends are frequent visitors, often gathering for poker games, and his neighbor Melody, a beautiful redhead who works for an escort service, adds a touch of intrigue. In one episode, Melody fears losing her job when her boss, played by Ted Knight, threatens to fire her. This episode doubled as a pilot for the short-lived 1978 series, The Ted Knight Show. The series filmed 25 episodes, but only 21 were aired. Buzzing Loose came on as a mid-season replacement and aired on CBS initially on Monday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, before being moved to Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Mime duo Shields and Yarnell were given their own variety show, premiering as a summer series in 1977. The show highlighted the married couple's impressive mime talents, along with dance, music, and comedic sketches, including a popular recurring segment featuring two awkward robots named the Clinkers. While the show performed well over the summer, it struggled after returning in January 1978, facing stiff competition from Laverne and Shirley. Shields and Yarnell aired on CBS on Monday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, before moving to Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m.
You for Paul. Prime time 77-78 on CBS.
Not to be confused with her two earlier shows of the same name, the Betty White show starred Betty White as Joyce Whitman, a middle-aged actress who lands the lead role in Undercover Woman, a parody of the popular series Policewoman. And while Joyce is excited about the role, she's less than thrilled to discover that the show's director is her ex-husband, John Elliott, played by John Hillerman. The show also starred fellow Mary Tyler Moore Show alumni Georgia Engel as Joyce's best friend Mitzi. Unfortunately, the Betty White show struggled in its time slot against Monday Night Football and was canceled after 14 episodes. The Betty White show aired on CBS on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Code R was an adventure series set off the coast of Southern California, spotlighting the island's emergency services, police, fire, and ocean rescue. All of these departments operated out of the same building, where Rick Wilson, the fire chief, George Baker, the chief of beaches, and Walt Robinson, the police chief, shared both an office and a dispatch operator, Susie. The team would gather off duty at the Lighthouse Bar to unwind and chat with the bartender, Harry. The series was canceled after 13 episodes. Code R aired on CBS on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern.
The Bell System. People using technology to help keep down costs and improve service, keeping your phone system the best in the world.
Created by Dan Wakefield, author of the coming-of-age novel Going All the Way, the NBC drama James at 15 starred Lance Kerwin as James Hunter, a teenager adjusting to life in Boston after his family moves from Oregon for his father's new job as a college professor. Struggling to fit in, James often escapes into vivid daydreams, imagining himself as a confident, popular, and heroic version of who he wants to be. The series was praised for its honest and sensitive portrayal of adolescence, and years later, Dawson's Creek creator Kevin Williamson cited it as an influence. And despite the critical acclaim, James at 15 struggled to find a large enough audience and was canceled after just one season. James at 15 aired on NBC on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's my video for today, but not for the forgotten shows of 1977. There's actually quite a bit more, so check back for my part 2 video. If you have any memories of these shows, please leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like this sort of content, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.
Kids love Kentucky Fried Chicken, just like other folks. And with all those delicious fixins', what a meal.
It's finger licking